So today's counseling session was pretty hard. Um, we're going over things that I'm not gonna babble about in here because they're really, really personal, but um, there's an aspect of the self-forgiveness that I hadn't considered. So when I was talking about it and when she was reiterating things and giving them words and stuff, um, this came up, and one of my issues that I'm really having problems with is guilt. Guilt about needing anyone's time or attention. Just anytime I need someone's time or attention, it's just the intense guilt. And just feeling like I'm taking up space and that I take up too much space by existing. And she said that's something you need to work on forgiving yourself for, even though you don't have to apologize for that. If you feel guilt, tell yourself you're sorry and keep doing that until you can move on from it. And I had not thought of that at all. So, wow. That was pretty intense for me. Just because it was something I hadn't been thinking about, consciously. It's like an unconscious thing that came out. I just said I just feel so guilty that I exist and need things and need anyone's attention because my dad takes up so much time and attention. And my mom is so stressed out. I feel guilty that I am taking her time away from him when she's already stressed. So I feel like I'm adding to her stress by existing, and that's extending to everybody in my life, that feeling. And I was just very frank about it. And when Dr. F said you need to forgive yourself for those things, you're not doing anything wrong by existing, but you need to forgive yourself when you feel guilt, because it's the guilt that will weigh you down. And that was just like, so I have a lot of homework to do in terms of apologizing to myself and saying I am allowed to take up space. I am allowed to need things because I'm a person as much as anyone else, and people need things sometimes, and that it's okay to need things. But that was a hard session for me, just facing that, because I've had guilt from my whole life. But it's just my dad's situation has exacerbated it to a point to where it's just flattening me to the floor, and it feels like it's killing me. And I feel like I've just gotten a breath of air for the first time in 39 years. And it's pretty weird to feel like you haven't really breathed your whole entire life, and then all of a sudden there's that first breath and you're really alive. That's how I feel. And just like my other sessions, I feel quite a bit stirred up and rattled inside. It's kind of like when you've gone to the doctor and they lance an abscess and it's sore because they've stirred up the sore on your body. They've squeezed all this nasty stuff out, and now it just hurts because they've stirred up the injury and the nerves are all raw. And that's kind of how I feel right now. It's really weird. It's like the impact of it will hit later when I finish processing it. But right now, I'm just in a state of, wow, ouch, it's like the numbing agent hasn't fully worn off yet, but, but I'm dealing with my stuff that I've needed to deal with for a very long time. And I'm just going to say what I've been saying, and that's that if you think you need help, you probably do. And love yourself enough to get help. Okay, I love you. I want you to love you. Go get the help if you need it, okay? Find a way. If you can't afford it, find a way. Find someone who can help you pay for it. But get that help. Really get the help. You need it. If you think you need it, you do. Don't say it's not bad enough yet. If you're noticing that you need help, it's bad enough to get the help. Okay? You don't need it to get worse. Go now. All right? I love you. Bye.